My name is Dominique Gruhl and I'm CEO of Serpentine Ventures.
Well, I've actually almost always been fascinated by entrepreneurship, so that's for one. And for two, the economy in the past years has always been delegating the development of breakthrough innovation to startups. And they're the ones who are tasked, more or less, in my view, in finding solutions to the world's greatest problems. And I don't think there's anything more motivating than contributing even just a little bit to that. And what startups always need most is capital, of course. So being in VC, we're key to that, and it brings me closer to them. In the recent years, the industry was booming with the very low or negative interest rates and the excess capital that created really something that was perfect for venture capital, for those riskier asset classes. Now that the situation has completely reversed, it led investors to slow down or completely stop injecting any new capital at all into VC. So this created a situation of an extreme cool down of the entire industry. But again, at the same time, it also led to a significant decrease in the valuations of startups. We're also seeing, startups right now, the stronger ones are really focusing on resiliency. They're focusing on their core competencies. And this creates new, very, very attractive opportunities that I'm certain the market will wish to see. So I'm very confident that it will pick up again in the following few months. So for me and a founder, what I'm specifically looking for, and I've said this many times, is ambition, but also vision. So really for me, a great leader has a great vision. That's absolutely key. Also looking for adaptability. Of course, that's very important because the course of a startup is never going in a straight line. Looking for somebody able to take risks. So risk-taking type of personality, but also somebody who likes to make decisions. So also risk-taking in the decision. And then last but not least, perseverance and resilience, I would say. Because of course, as this is not a straight line, as I said earlier, startups go up and down, and the ones that succeed are the ones who have been through rough phases. So that's really something that we're looking for. The founding team's experience and expertise is absolutely key. In my opinion, this is where really balance and diversity comes into play. The team attribute is from far the most difficult one to assess, but it's also the most important. We add values in three different ways. So the first one is in advisory. So we provide in-house guidance on mostly finance, sales, strategy, things like that. We also have within the Swiss Ventures group our sister companies. So for example, Get Going, that offers CFO on demand and accounting services to startups. We have BV4 that offers M&A services from the very start, as well as fundraising services and valuation, completely independent valuation services. And we also have Code Law that offers legal services to startups. So we offer all of that through our advisory. The second way that we offer them help is through connections. We have a very, very broad network. We share our network with our portfolio firms, and we also introduce them either to other investors, either to corporates for sales or for partnerships, as well as to industry experts. And then the third way in which we support them is through providing them with resources. So for example, we create off-the-shelf templates, for example, or materials to help them with their specific needs, whether that's for ESOPs, for pricing. So in my view, an open, very transparent and collaborative relationship is key. Ideally, the investment manager and the startup, they talk to each other on a regular basis, also on milestones that have not been reached and how to move forward to try to get help to reach that. But there's not one single way or one single one-size-fits all type of relationship. It all depends on the needs of the startups. It depends on the stage of development of the startup. But in general, I would say open communication is absolutely key. Definitely start early. Don't wait until you really need the money before engaging with venture capital firms. So start presenting your startup, start engaging in a collaboration, developing a relationship, establishing trust. Also get early feedback and show the VCs that you're listening to the comments and you're actually applying some of the feedback that you've received. I would definitely advise that. At Serpentine Ventures, we aim to invest in startups that address the world's largest problems. And so this is something that concerns us directly, and we will and we do integrate in our due diligence many of the sustainability aspects in the process that we follow. That being said, I don't see that impact investing or investing in startups that follow sustainable goals is in any way not compatible with financial return. Actually, quite the contrary. I think that for a startup to make it, it needs to combine both. Moving forward, Serpentine Ventures is going to invest mostly in deep tech startups, so startups that develop innovation that stems from combining different disciplines, whether it comes, for example, from computational science together with energy and matter, together with motion, and bring that together to develop technology that address needs, whether in the mobility sector, waste management sector, environmental sectors, for example, whether that's direct or indirect, so that we're very open on that, investing in really combinations of hardware and software, mostly for B2B applications. So deep tech is one of our focuses. And then we have some themed funds that invest in very specific niches. For example, the Swiss Diabetes Venture Fund, which invests obviously in technologies or solutions that address the very large unmet needs of patients suffering from diabetes. So this will remain very strongly in our focus moving forward. Well, I think that this association is doing fantastic work for the ecosystem. I've been working on trying to actually build the Swiss startup ecosystem for the past 7 years through my role at InnoSwiss, also through my role at Swiss Ventures Group. The Swiss startup landscape has done an immense growth, both in terms of size and in terms of sophistication. That being said, the work is not over. There's still a lot to be done, and the Swiss Startup Association has that at heart. So I wish to continue to contribute as much as I can through the SSA to try to bring people together. For me, that's key. Bringing entrepreneurs together, bringing people from the industry, from big and small companies, bringing investors together, sharing experiences, and creating new deals and making the industry grow. Generally speaking, most VCs try to identify themselves which startups they would like to invest in based on their investment thesis. So this is something that, so we focus on identifying some startups, and then we take the lead in doing the interview process and recruiting them ourselves. When it's the other way around, I would definitely try to attend as many in-person events as possible. A personal contact is much better than sending a pitch deck, which will be read. They are read, but a personal contact is worth so much more. I've seen a few pitches of people presenting with their whole team together at such events. That's also much stronger when you can see an entire team of passionate folks bringing over, their ideas. That's something that really resonates to me. And generally speaking, also showing what type of traction or what type of attention to the market has already been considered in the early stages, even if the technology is still being developed, to come already with an idea of how this will reach the market globally. That for me is something that's very important.